Alright, going live in a few. If you want to talk to me, go to Facebook and I'll look at your comments. Hey Hacksters! Welcome to Tiny Tuesday, an ongoing feature where we look at really small stuff. In this case, we are looking at unbox the new Femtoduino Beacon coin, which is incredibly tiny and boasts both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in an incredibly small package for $30. Now, actually, okay, so this... It doesn't quite have the same functionalities, but it reminds me of one of my favorite boards, the light blue bean, sadly discontinued, so I'm wondering if this will be kind of a contender for that. This guy could be, it's got a bunch of crap soldered to it, but the light blue bean could be programmed with your phone via an app with Arduino code, so you just like type it in on your phone, and that's one of the main cool things about it. But it had Bluetooth, it was very small, it was $30 and it ran on a coin cell, and it had like a few GPIOs, and a built-in IMU and temperature sensor and RGB LED. So it did a bunch of cool stuff. And I'm wondering if this will be a worthy successor because it has both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So in theory, someone could write an IoT app that allows you could basically do the same app that the light blue bean used because it programmed over Bluetooth to program this guy. Maybe, who knows? I would love to see that because I miss the bean. And, well, let's get it open to start with, actually. Not sure what I did with my knife this time, so we're going to use a screwdriver, because that's how we roll. But it's so small! Actually, I have an idea for it that I'll tell you at the end of this video. It's going to be pretty cool. For now, since I'm doing this on the little screen, let's put the information up on the big screen. There we go. There we go. It's on Tindy right now for $30. Just look for the Femto Beacon ESP32-D2WD Wi-Fi/Bluetooth coin. Oh, so cool! You can get it with headers, without headers, all kinds of cool stuff. You can look at the little, it's like the size of a dime. Here's the pinout, also really tiny. But you've got the JTAG headers, you got a couple of IOs, your URX and receiving and transmitting pins, ground, V and 3v3. There's a lot of very important notes about power with this module. It's very important. Do not feed it more than 3.3 volts. Yeah. So it says you will need a USB to UART adapter with 3.3 volt supply as this chip is not 5 volt tolerant. Adapter is not provided. But I think that Alex has thrown one in here for me. Yes, my name is Alex. His name is Alex Albino, and I think that's how you say it. And we're both Alexes, and therefore I like this even more. There's info about how to program it with Arduino. The files are all on GitHub because it's totally open source. Let's click through that. Oh yeah, there's a white paper about it. Actually, this is really just a getting started kind of thingamajig. Tells you all about how to get it set up with Arduino. Delightfully simple. Here are the design files so you can make your own. Just look up Femtoduino on GitHub. I'm putting that link in the description to this video as per usual. And you can fork it and make your own. It'll be fantastic. These are purple, very Osh Parky. And let's see. We've got, you can power it off a LiPo apparently. I've got a bunch of notes actually that Alex sent me over Twitter that I'll share. But you can find other Femtoduinos that are also super tiny, including the earlier Femto Beacon coin, which included an Arduino programmable wireless IMU, 10 degrees of freedom. Wow! Including USB host mode, precision altimeter, mesh networking, and more. Oh, so cool. Wow. And then you can find them on Twitter and Instagram, where Alex has posted, for example, he's working on building this little garden sensor. So cool. Solar/battery gardening device. That sounds so cool. Let's get back to opening this box. I've rustled it open. Here's the product overview. This appears to be that same PDF that I just found on the website. Yeah. Looks like someone needs to change the ink in their printer, but that's totally cool. ESP32 based Wi-Fi/Bluetooth coin. It operates at 3.3 volts and uses the ESP32-D2 BT+WD chipset with internal 2 megabytes flash and dual core. It's the size of a US dime coin. I don't have one of those on hand, but I believe him, and can fit just about anywhere. SPI/JTAG pins are available. Then you'll need this adapter guy, and how it tells you how to connect it. Voltage pins, more about that power stuff, and then here's how to set it up in the Arduino IDE. I'm going to try and give it a quick programming run before I have to go. And let's see, here's a little JTAG thing that Alex sent me. Thank you! I assume that's what this is. It's got a little micro USB to, cool! Totally hand soldered. Delightful. Thank you, Alex. And 2 of these little guys! Oh, look at those inductors. They're so cute. Oh, love it. A ton of new tiny boards are coming up with various different ESP32 chips. So like the tiny Pico that's on Crowd Supply right now is using the ESP32 Pico D4, I think. And there's other ones that are using the W room modules. Those ESP 266s or 32s. I think they're 32s. But yeah, what's it gonna do? Oh, you've got a little reset button on there. Or is this a boot button actually? Because in the directions it says a thing about the boot button. Let's focus. We can do this. Come on. Should do this manually. Why do I have to do everything myself around here? Because it's fun. There we go. Beautiful, you can see the little Espresso logo on there. And we got some capacitors, we got some other stuff that I can't recognize. Just by eyesight, you got your transistor guy probably for power regulation, your little inductor guy. Look at that. Oh no, that's an antenna! Ha! Huh. Cool! I love these little blocky antennas. Full height PCB. And very nicely labeled. Huh. 1026 equals R, 104 equals G, 105 equals B. Clearly this has to do with programming an LED, but, and there's the LED I think. But I'm curious what that means. 1026 equals R? Well, I'm sure that they're, oh, wait, oh, they're pins. Okay. Because we've got 1035 and 1034 and EN, whatever that is. Is it EH? Well, I can always look at the online info in GitHub. Wow, cool. And yeah, that is the boot button, as mentioned in the directions. Boop, boop, boop. Beautiful. Let's see exactly what those directions say. Press and hold the boot button before powering the coin to enter sketch upload mode. To work with the blah 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 using the, oh boy. That's my cue, I need to actually leave. But I'm gonna be back later and try to actually program this with the Arduino IDE because I think it'd be cool to get it up and running. And tomorrow I'll bring in my pulse sensor because that's what I want to do. I want to make a little tiny pulse sensor because this is just a little bit bigger than the Femtoduino. And if I can hook them up together, wait, oh no, I think this needs 5 volts. And you can only put 3.3 on the GPIOs. Let's make sure. But yeah, so you don't have to program this with Arduino, by the way. You can use MicroPython, which is very exciting. I love MicroPython for all kinds of reasons. Yes, tell me how to wire it, please. Analog fun, live pulse. pin is it on? Okay. I mainly want to see if it's hooked up to 5 volts and a GPIO pin or what. Show me the wiring! Show me the wires! Show me it! Oh, here we go. We got 2 pencils. Oh! What is that? 5 volts. I wonder if it'll run off 3.3. We could always put... I don't want to put an extra step-up circuit in there. I can always power it separately, though. Ooh. Maybe. If I, like... Okay, my hypothesis is that I could provide 5 volts through the USB UART thingamajig on here, or the JTAG programmer. That's too complicated. Anyway, cool. I'll be back later. I'll try and program this with the Arduino IDE so that we can have a look at it actually working in action. That'd be really cool. In the meantime, you can find this on Tindy. Just follow the links in the description, and on GitHub, and on Femtoduino.com, and on Twitter, and on Instagram. It's Femtoduino everywhere. But if you want the link to the specific GitHub page for this, then look at the description. Yeah, very cool little device. I'm really excited to get started with this. I love building wearable projects, and yeah, it'd be fun to do some that are actually wirelessly enabled. Actually, with the new Bluetooth, I don't know if these are Bluetooth 5 enabled, but you can do mesh networking. And I've always dreamed of having a bunch of little GPIO sensors and actuators on my body that are networked with a mesh network. I think that'd be fantastic. It's been a dream for a number of years, so hopefully sometime soon we'll see if this one can deliver that. It'd be kind of expensive. They're $30 each, but we'll find out. Any questions before I sign off? Let's have a look. They are really cute. Them resistors are really tiny though. That's true. Frederick says, off the top of your head, what's the first project you do with this? I just said that, so, but you probably asked that before I said it. The pulse sensor thing, just some kind of a little pendant or something where I could press my thumb to it, and maybe it would send the data to my phone so I could log it or something? I don't know. Daniel says, MicroPython? Oh, yeah, MicroPython is fantastic. It basically enables you to program microcontrollers with Python, and then it stores the code on the controller as though it were a flash drive, and it means that you can just open up the file, edit it, and save it, instead of doing the whole, like, guess what code is on your controller, then find it on your old computer, and then figure out what, you know, tell the Arduino IDE which board you're flashing to, and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's way easier, in my opinion. But Arduino is still a fantastic platform and very useful. Frederick says, never tried mesh networking yet. Oh, I'm so excited to get started with that. I worked for Pinocchio for a while, which in like 2014 or so was a radio mesh networked Arduino. Before, sort of like particle mesh, before particle mesh, and they would have like one module, one node in the network connect the whole mesh up to Wi-Fi, but that was a while ago, and it never got as small as this, even though there were plans to do that. They've pivoted now and become filament, but yeah, it's always, ever since I worked for them, I wanted this to be a reality. And Daniel says, wow, if mesh probably needs some external power to run all them tinies. That's true. Probably need like a centralized battery pack, which kind of defeats the purpose of them all being wireless. I don't know, someday we'll figure this out. I'll have like solar cells on my fingernails, and like everything will be beautiful in my ear. Alex for sending these, they're super cool.